Hi, I'm a writer who likes food, and today we're going to be making a timeless and delicious breakfast food enjoyed by people not only all around the world today, but also people over 5,000 years ago. I'm talking about pancakes. Let's go. So first I'm going to crack this egg into a bowl and beat it just so it incorporates nicely with the rest of the batter. I like to do this step first, honestly just so I don't have to use an extra bowl. So did you know that the first mention of pancakes in writing ever found is from ancient Greece? Next, I'm going to add in around a half cup of pumpkin puree. Poets Cratinus and Magnus mention pancakes by the ancient Greek name Taginias, sorry for the pronunciation, in their works in 5 to 600 BC. I am also adding in 3/4 of a cup of milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1 tablespoon of melted butter. And I'm just going to give that a mix just to combine. So the pancakes I am making today have a long list of ingredients, but pancakes back in ancient Greece were much simpler to make. The 4 main ingredients in the dish were wheat flour, honey, olive oil, and curdled milk. I'm gonna start adding in the spices now. A half teaspoon of ground cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, an 1/8 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and an 1/8 teaspoon of ground cloves. Now I will mix that once again. I added these in separately from the rest of the dry ingredients because I wanted them to really be evenly distributed so that we don't end up with random chunks of spice in the batter. Finally, I have the dry ingredients. I'm going to start by mixing in 1 cup of gluten-free measure for measure flour, 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a half teaspoon of baking soda, and an 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Have you ever heard of Otzi the Iceman? He is a naturally mummified human found by 2 German tourists in the Alps on the Italian-Austrian border in 1991. They thought that he had only recently died, but scientists got a shock when they discovered him to be over 5,000 years old. The batter is a bit thicker than I like, so I'm adding in a 1/4 cup more of milk. And even though the first written records for pancakes are from ancient Greece, scientists found traces of pancake-like food in his stomach, which means that people ate them way before that in the Copper Age as well. Now that the batter is all mixed and ready, I'm going to warm a nonstick pan on medium heat, add in some butter, and start making these. I'm going to be using this scoop just to roughly measure out my batter, and you can use a bigger or a smaller one depending on what size pancakes you like. There we go. People like to say that the first pancake is always the worst, but the key to getting a good first pancake is to make sure that your pan is properly heated. If it's not warm enough, then you won't get that proper browning. Before baking soda was invented, in order to get a nice rise on their pancakes, bakers used to collect freshly fallen snow and mix it into their batter since it contains ammonia. They also used to use something called pearl ash, which was made by running water over wood ash. Thankfully, we don't have to do that anymore. The first time the actual word appeared in Middle English was in the 1400s. Nowadays, you can find pancakes all over the world in all different shapes and sizes. In Europe, pancakes are similar to a French-style crepe. In some countries, rolled around a filling, and in others eaten plain or with powdered sugar. In China, they are made both sweet and savory, usually with just flour, water, vegetable oil, and added toppings. In Japan, they have okonomiyaki, which is made with cabbage, and of course they have the famous fluffy souffle pancakes. In India, pancakes are savory and sweet and usually made without any rising agents. And in parts of Africa, pancakes are eaten along with stews. Now this is a big stack of pancakes. Pancakes have been around for over 5,000 years, probably more, and they will likely be around for 5,000 more. I cannot wait to try this. So right off the bat, these are astoundingly good, and part of it could be because I haven't eaten anything for the entire day so far, but they are also like, the sweetness contrasts perfectly. There's only 1 tablespoon of sugar in this batter, and so when you add the maple syrup on top, it doesn't get too sweet at all. And they really do taste like pumpkin. So I probably should not eat all of these today, right? Thank you so much for watching.